you're not aware of reality.
Yeah,
whatever that
that's
is. False sense of reality.
Probably not far off.
Yeah.
I do live in a fancy world. I'm a fancy boy.
Okay, so should we just do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, it's quite enough.
You think?
Yeah, it's quite enough of that. I've quite frankly, I'm sick of it already.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say that every time.
I know. I'm a very negative person.
Oh, I was waiting for you to be like, just joking. I'm all good.
I know.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's depressing.
I'm probably
stuff.
a hypochondriac as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always think something's wrong with me, you know. But I don't know if that just stems from just like, I don't know.
You did text me the other day thinking that you said in your words that I think I've contracted the Black Plague.
Yeah.
And obviously I tried to tell you that that's kind of been eradicated now for past 400 years.
It was just a common cold.
Yeah. I know. I think you had COVID, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
Well, because you had all the symptoms, but you just didn't want to acknowledge that.
No, I thought it was way more severe than that.
Right. It's pretty severe.
You think?
Yeah.
Nah. I was going out. I was literally, the week before I got COVID, I was going out to bars. I went to Ayia Napa for a week, with just myself. And I was, because it's just, I didn't think it was real.
And clearly it was very real for you, wasn't it? It was real for you when you were bending over the toilet, coughing your guts up.
Well, that's just a standard Saturday night.
Oh, for God's sake.
Joking.
Welcome back to wabpod. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Yeah, new week, definitely different day that we're recording this.
New week, same day, different day.
100% definitely new lighting as well now, apparently. No, the sun's decided to show itself.
The sun comes out. The sun comes out. Do we want to sort that out? We can still do it.
It's very bright.
Let's do it. You know, hey guys, you're part of this journey of, you know, we're going to show you the
transition.
Oh, it doesn't get any darker.
Transition. Now you got to twist it the other way.
There we go.
That's better. Thanks. Just fix it in post. It's fine.
Yeah, like what every fucking annoying director says, and it's fucking editor's worst nightmare.
That's a what a bother for sure. It is. You can tell the experience, I think, of a director or producer when they use that phrase, we'll fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Cool. You gonna do it? No, the editor will do it. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Definitely. When I say that's probably one of the biggest things that I probably you learn as if you're making any kind of content, or it's one of the first things you learn really, which is just like it's always easier to get things right in the production stage than it is to fix it later on.
Yeah. I mean, it's daylight outside, but let's make it nighttime. Yeah. Yeah. We'll fix that in post. Yeah. Like, no, not possible.
You're gonna make, how are you gonna work around the the aperture and the shutter speed and stuff is all gonna make, it's just gonna be really difficult to,
they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. That's what, I remember we had to film when we were filming the trailer back in the day.
The Will. And
we didn't make that mistake ourselves, but we said, we can, because you can to a certain extent, you can darken scenes, you can make it seem like it is later than it actually is. But I did think we tried to do that in one of the scenes, and I remember we tried to, it just doesn't, it's just shoot it at night. Yeah. If you want it to be dark, just shoot it at,
also, I know we tried to do some visual effects for that as well, and I think definitely try and create the visual effects first to see if you can do it, as opposed to figuring out afterwards. Being like, I'm sure we can. We would just watch a tutorial and figure out, and it's just like it doesn't necessarily always look how you want it to look.
No, we'll figure it out.
Anyway, welcome back to Film Talk, the pod where we talk about being
we've changed the podcast topic now. We're just doing a film podcast. Yeah, really niche thing about how editors get screwed over in the whole process. Anyway,
no, but this is What Bother, where we talk about what bothers us, and also what bothers you. So there's a little email will come up on the screen, or you can write on the YouTube comments. Let us know what bothers you, or if you have any questions that need some horribly skewed and disruptive advice.
Yeah, we're here. We're professionals at lending advice.
Professional bother gurus.
Bother. I like that.
Yeah. I made it up myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
Straight off the dome. Do you have anything that bothers you?
I do. I guess something that I want to talk about is obviously everyone's talking about COVID at the moment. COVID's a very prevalent topic.
What is that?
What is COVID?
Sorry.
Don't worry about it for now. You probably got it already. So just something that I just saw in the news today is that, so I don't even remember, but I think it was like last week or the week before. Obviously don't want to date it too badly, but Boris Johnson went to his school and he was basically saying, you know, we're opening up after everyone being like, you can't keep schools closed forever. They've opened up schools again to maybe relieve some of the parents, I guess. Some people thought it was a bad idea, but he wanted to show the people that maybe it wasn't such a bad idea. And he went into a school, did a whole press thing, I think, with BBC, and showed, hey, look, also no masks. Don't worry about masks. You just like everyone just social distance. You know, it'll be fine. And then there's a slip up from one of the cameramen who, from the shot that he was taking, we'll see if we can find the video, but from the shot that he was taking, it looked like all the kids were social distancing. It was like over the shoulder of Boris and then like 4 kids spaced out. And at the end, the camera just like whip pans as obviously the cameraman's getting up and you just see all the other kids just shoved next to each other on the side of the classroom, on the other side of the classroom, basically. Like, no, they were obviously just doing that for the shot. They don't have the space to social distance in classrooms because it's like, there's like 40 kids per class now and the classrooms are originally set up for that amount of people. You can't social distance anyway.
Right.
And just recently that school has now closed due to a high number of COVID cases. So a couple of the teachers and stuff have got COVID and now that school has to close. So I guess ultimately the bother is sort it out, you know, make a decision that for once is like going to work or just don't. I guess you have to try things, but it's so up in the air at the moment about what the rules are and what, you know, the classic Boris meme of, you know, don't go to work, don't go to work. It just feels like that's still going on. And I just really feel like they should have had it figured out by now. There's been plenty of time.
Oh, it's been almost 6 months or 6 months of it. The thing is, I always feel like, you know, it isn't, I'm sure people are talking in his ear, like professionals of all types of fucking, like he's got so many people advising him, right? But ultimately he has to just, I guess, make it can't just be his decision alone. It's multiple people's, right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately that is just the way that it is dealt with, though. It's his fault. He takes the blame. Yeah. Or he'll take the glory if he does something right.
It's the price you pay, though. He wanted to be true. He wanted to be the PM.
True, but doing things like that, it's just so fucking stupid. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that when it's such a risky topic? That was a real gamble. Like now that has happened, the school closed. You say,
yeah. So now I look at him and I'm like, well, you're full of it, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He just fucked himself over.
Not that I already didn't, but also I think the issue is that in his ear, as well as those advisors, he's got a lot of business folk, the fat cats, if you will, the big dogs, talking in his ear, saying that he needs to reopen stuff because...
Yeah, that's the thing. Look, people will be like, oh, Johnson's been fucking terrible during this, but like, there's no way that you could ever... We don't know the best thing to do. Because this is fresh and this is brand new, there is no way to actually know. You can make a well-educated guess, but he's making that guess off of the advice of these... top professionals.
I would just argue that he's making terrible decisions. Look, making really badly educated guesses.
There is no good decision when it comes to like opening up things again, really, because you're just going to get more people who contract it.
Well, I don't know, man. I think like Prime Minister of New Zealand, you know, did it pretty well.
They did it well, but that's because
they have a smaller population.
And it was never that bad to start with.
Yeah, I just think some better decisions. I think when the whole thing was starting,
dude, it should have been shut down
just locked down.
Away.
Yeah, just like
masks straight away.
No planes, no. Do you know what I mean?
Not letting anyone in. Like
unless you had like a really, really good reason to, like you were like a life-saving doctor that needed to travel to a different country. That's the only reason you should be traveling. But we weren't. We were just like, oh yeah, just you know, keep a couple meters apart from each other. You know, don't go to work. You'll be all right.
Had we done that, we'd be out of this by
probably.
now. I'd say, look, if it lasts 2 weeks, and say we didn't let anyone in and out of the country, surely the math.
Surely that was better than a year of half in, half out of not really being able to do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, just sort it out, basically. Figure something out, because it's not my job to. It's my job to complain about it.
Yeah, true. On this podcast, baby.
Yeah.
You know what's been on my mind?
Tell me.
Do you want to know what's been on my mind?
Tell me. Give it to me, baby.
Instagram Reels. Have you seen the Reels?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I know exactly what you're going to say.
What? Just that it's a complete rip-off of TikTok?
Yes.
It's exactly the same.
And also just... sorry, go on. I'll let you do your bit.
Well, no, it's just like... I couldn't quite believe it, right? So Instagram, they are just they steal. Like, they are the social media monster, right? Number one, starts with Vine. They take... I know it's not like super original, but they take video. They do video now, right? So they completely put Vine out of business, weird. Really. Make it redundant.
It's weird to think how big of a deal that was at the time, when Instagram very traditionally was a picture social media. All of a sudden they do video now.
Vine out the window. What's next? Snapchat's doing really well. Like, check out my story. It stays up for 24 hours. Cool. Hey, Instagram, let's copy it. Literally,
they didn't change the name of it as well. They called it stories as well.
That last for 24 hours and that are 15 seconds long.
Can't blame them though. They smash it every time.
Is that not fucking? That's literally copying. That would be copyright.
I guess unless you have like a copyright on the nobody has a copyright on video compression.
But but Snapchat doing that was completely unique.
Yeah,
that was the first of its time.
They probably looked at it, but there probably wasn't any grounds to do it. But definitely, like, Instagram get away with a lot,
dude. And then latest victim, fucking TikTok. Yeah, they're copying it. Reels.
So anyone that maybe isn't living in the 21st century, Instagram became very rife with TikTok reposts. So there'd be a lot of posts on video, Instagram video, that would be copy and pasted from TikTok. And I guess Instagram's way of sort of combating that, because I imagine it probably sent a lot of people over to TikTok, is to create their own version, which is called Instagram Reels. Yeah. And essentially, I guess the only thing that makes it different is TikTok allows you to sort of add music and edit and add color and filters and stuff.
That's coming.
No, that's already there. That's what Reels allows you to do.
Wait, are you saying the only thing that's different though?
No, I was trying to say basically what is TikTok essentially.
Oh, right.
And that's what Reels are now as well. So Reels, you can, add music, you can edit it and stuff like that, because that's their way of trying to combat it. Except it just hasn't quite landed the way that I think they wanted it to.
See, the thing that I find confusing, and I know it will only take like a couple of days to actually like get my head over, is like they already have a video platform. They've got 2 video platforms.
I don't think even they understand what Reels are.
They've got IG Live, what was TV?
Instagram TV.
Yeah.
Instagram, just normal videos.
Posts and Reels.
And then Instagram Live as well, if you want to do that.
Like, I don't get it. This is actually something that I've found interesting. Apparently it's easier to get your videos out there with Reels. Apparently Reels...
Yeah, because they've copied it, because traditionally on Instagram to get seen is like you need the algorithm, works out how many likes of a picture's got or a video, and like how many followers you've got, and the algorithm like bumps that up to the explore page. Whereas I think TikTok has went a different route, and it's easier to get found on TikTok. They bump up a lot of stuff that doesn't have a lot of views, but it's just more related to the kind of things that you look at. And I think the idea is that now Instagram realized that that's a really good way for people. That's why TikTok blew up, because it was like, look, anyone has a chance of your video getting found. And I think Instagram have tried to jump on that, and they've adopted the same things. If you make a reel, it's more likely to be seen by anyone as opposed to a video.
But why not just do that with the videos anyway? Why not just do it? Why is there now 2 different types of video? It's so confusing.
As I said, I don't even think Instagram understand what Reels are.
Because that is the good thing about TikTok. Like, I've had 3 videos right on TikTok, which all feature my dog, because fucking that's how you make a viral video, is you make it about your dog, right? One of them, they all got like found by random people. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, TikTok is so good for that. If you've got a genuinely entertaining video, it's probably going to do quite well. Whereas if you did that on Instagram before they brought Reels out, only your friends and followers would see it, and then it's just like cool. It gets 100 views done. If you have like 300 followers, it gets 100 views. Whereas now, I don't understand what that algorithm is, which is sending it out into the fucking the world.
We'll never truly understand the algorithm. It's just I don't know if you've experienced. I don't know if maybe we should try and get some up on our phone or something. But also the reels are horrendous. There's so much awful content.
We need to talk about that. I think we should genuinely save that and go through some, because you're right. There is, I mean, TikTok, and there's just genuinely.
To be fair, TikTok's also equally as bad.
Well, it's the same thing.
The reels are
it's the same.
There's something about the reels that are so, the people on making the reels are so thirsty and so desperate almost. You can see the desperation in their eyes of trying to become a reels star or something, and it's just and also just a load of softcore porn as well on there.
Dude, and like,
I feel like nobody really talks about all the softcore porn on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know why it is becoming like much dirtier.
Yeah,
much and like. It looks like some of the girls are like, you can't tell fucking how old they are, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's, I don't know if it just doesn't seem like, don't they ban certain pictures if they are too promiscuous?
Yeah, so I mean, I know certain models and stuff have had photos and accounts banned because of showing a little bit, well, what they would deem as a little bit too much. But then you have some of these reels where it's just like bare naked asses and stuff, and that's fine apparently.
It's really weird. It's almost like it is a completely different thing. Yeah, reels is a different thing, but
I guess that's what they're trying to do. But yeah, it's
anyway.
It's just they're just I haven't seen a reel yet, like an original. A lot of people have just reposted videos as reels, but I haven't seen an original reel that's maybe like, oh, that's a great piece of content. They're all just awful,
dude. I don't know why.
They're not funny. They're not creative.
It's the same thing with TikTok. I don't know why it's become a thing now where when you steal, well, not steal, but like you redo what someone else is, like a trend that someone else has started, and
this is a whole other.
But that's the content. That's the content that you get. That it isn't creative new ideas. It's everyone just copies. Oh, I'll do the same dance as that person and get loads of views and like make it seem like I was the person. There's no crediting. Like, oh, credit Alex Johnson, the guy who made the video that I'm copying. It's all just like, oh, I'm gonna copy it, and then that's content. And like, so many people are getting loads of views. They're getting the blue tick. Like, yeah, we're famous on TikTok now for literally dancing a dance that someone else made up, who you're not even crediting, and that's the content that's the most popular on. And it's kids that are fucking allowing this.
Yeah,
kids are the ones that watch it and love it. And they are the reason why this is happening.
Kids are now dictating what content is being made because they're young. They don't know what's good. Kids don't know what's funny. Kids don't know what's good. No. But they have the power now because they're the eyes now. Yeah. So you've created this world where nothing's really that interesting or funny on those specific social media platforms because it's all just catered to kids.
It's kids. And
I guess you could argue we don't have to use it, but it makes me worried for the future generation that they're gonna grow up and just not have a sense of humor understand jokes.
Kids find kid humor is the worst. They find anything funny and they find anything cool,
which is fine when you're a kid.
We had the same thing. But if I look back and watch videos that I thought was funny as a 10-year-old, it would be 100%,
awful. Yeah. But that's now the premium content that's being made. And I think you hit the nail on the head as well. And I don't understand how we've got now as a creative industry gotten to the point now where the founders or the people that you can argue that in the first place the people that mimic or they'll find like a soundbite from a film and then they'll apply it to a real life situation, for example, and then like mouth the words and stuff. Even that isn't super creative, but at least like they're adapting something.
Yeah.
But then now we've gotten to the point where then people just then copy that exact video, but just with themselves in it instead,
and then gain loads of
and then
followers.
That's great. People love that.
People love it and follow them for it because just copy. I don't know if people know that they're copying. Like, it's so confusing.
I feel like I'm going crazy.
But, hey, look, the way to fix this is we need some fucking age restrictions on these apps, because otherwise I don't think you need to be any age to watch TikToks. No. Do you?
But then again, even if you do, there's nothing stopping you from just
making a fake account
or your dad's.
Yeah, fucking phone. Parents, sort this shit out. You're the ones that need to stop them from. Because look. As fucking,
listen to two non-parents tell you how to parent.
Two non-parents here. Make sure your kids don't fucking watch TikToks and Instagram Reels, because it's ruining it for us. It's ruining it for fucking adults. Honestly,
quite frankly, I'm done. I'm sick of it.
Honestly, you know, remember Bebo? You couldn't have a Bebo account unless you were 18, or like you couldn't do certain things, and it's just like we need to bring that back, man.
What, Bebo?
But they won't do it because kids are that's where the money is.
It's weird you've said that, and stocks of Bebo are skyrocketing right now.
I'm good at that stuff.
Yeah, very influential.
I'm really...
Maybe you should make a TikTok of you copying someone else's content. That's really the only way to do it now.
Yeah, that is the only way to do it. But going back slightly, it's definitely... TikTok want that. They want kids on the fucking...
Yeah, it's money at the end of the day, because the kids either have their own stupid allowances they have, or they'll just use... Mummy and Daddy's credit card.
Mummy and Daddy. That's it. Mummy and Daddy, can you get this thing for me? I want to buy David Dobrik's latest merch.
You need to cut off the money at the source. You need to not give your kid money when they ask for it to buy stupid people's merch.
Yeah.
I get you're trying to be a supportive parent, and you're like, oh, like they're just the modern day,
what's
Teletubbies.
What's the equivalent of us when we were 10? What would we have wanted to buy of someone that we thought was famous, like a musician or an actor?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
because back then we didn't have social media, so
that was curated. Those artists, you had to be really talented to get into the charts.
Mm-hmm.
That was curated properly by other people in the industry.
True.
Because imagine now, the equivalent of that is like. Who's a fucking famous TikTok or Instagram star who's just like, the tween house. What are they called?
The hype house.
Yeah. So for example, them all of a sudden being hired in Christopher Nolan films because they're current. It's just like he wouldn't have that because
he wouldn't. They're not
good.
Yeah, they're not. But you know what? There would be a film out there that does it because of the followers that they'll bring to the film.
True. Harry Styles wasn't a Christopher Nolan film.
You fucked up. You did, because he wasn't a fucking film. He wasn't a Christopher Nolan film. Were you making that on? You did that on purpose?
No.
No, you did that by accident. I love it. You fucked up.
Yeah, I did. Although I don't think he was that bad. But
he wasn't that bad, and he didn't really have much of a role. And also, that's one film of so many.
And also, he just never did another film as well. No. I was a little bit annoyed about that. I was kind of like, if you had the honor to act in a Christopher Nolan film, I feel like that should be your career now. Like, you should try and make that your career.
Yeah, no, he just
we don't
had
do
a bit
cameos.
of fun. He had a bit of fun. Yeah, he had a bit of fun in the Christopher Nolan
I hate that.
film.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I know.
No fun.
No fun in a Christopher Nolan film.
But
anyway,
I'm
sure we'll come back.
Although we talk about what bothers us, we love to hear from you guys as well to see what's bothering you.
What bothers you?
And we have a bother here from a loyal fan.
Oh yeah, thanks for sending this one in.
One of 6 of you.
Yeah, six questions. Actually, that's a great turnout.
If you want to ask a question yourself, if you want to send us something that fucking really bothers you, the email will be on the screen and also in the description, and you can also just comment as well if you don't really care for anonymity.
Yeah, if it's not too embarrassing, then just chuck it in the comments.
So this is from an anonymous female.
Ooh.
Who we will call...
Oh, mysterious.
Who we will call Harry...
Bond girl.
Bond girl. No, you can't say that, man. It's banned.
That is bad, I'm sorry. Who?
Oh, I was going to say Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, cool.
Harry Styles says, I know it's minor, but this really bothers me. When you and a friend are queuing up to buy, let's say, a coffee, and when you reach the till, the barista asks, who I used to, when I was younger, just quick note, I used to think that was barista, which I realised was two different things.
Completely different
jobs. Yeah, I realised why I wasn't getting any barista jobs when I was applying at law firms to serve coffee. The barista asks whether you want to pay together or separately. You don't want to seem stingy by saying no, and you also don't want to fork out £9 for a trip to the coffee shop. Any tips or tricks on how to get around this awkward one?
Well, first of all, where the fuck are they buying their coffee from? It's like £9.
I think it was bucks, but
okay.
We'll say quid.
Okay. Cool, we have American fans.
Yeah.
Fucking...
What are those from?
I mean... So what? How do they get around that awkward scenario?
I guess I get what they're trying to say is that, say if it's a regular thing you do.
Yeah. Well, go and get a coffee with your mate.
We've not to adapt the question too much, but we have a friend who is quite notorious at never paying for anything. I guess maybe it's a question for someone else, but I guess my background has always been like pay for stuff. You know, that's fine. Like, I'll get you. It doesn't matter if someone else gets you back. But we do have a friend that is quite notorious for never dropping a dime on anything.
Right.
Whereas we would always pay for it. You know, that's what you do as friends. You know, I'll get this one not in the hopes, but like you have a common understanding that you kind of have each other's back. You know, you get stuff. You don't always need to pay separately for stuff. You can get stuff for each other. But we do have that friend that kind of never really contributes.
But sometimes it's just like, it doesn't matter about paying back. Like, I'll get you a coffee.
Yeah, you don't do it with the intention
or like, oh, you're gonna reimburse me. No, like another time you'll probably get the coffee next time. Anyway, going to this person's question, it's a difficult one. I think you need to first. I think it's the barista's role to just be like, because they're the ones that make it awkward by saying, "Are you guys paying together or separately?" Because you know what they should do? By default, they should say, so that by default they should say, they should just ring it up for you. They should just be like, that would be £3.50, and then you say, oh no, I'm going to get both of them, and then that gives you the choice. Whereas if they say that there you go, for the one that would be £3.50, and you just go for it, it's not awkward. Then you're not really given the choice to be like, oh, I wanted to get the other person's too. They've already sort of like got it ready for you to pay the bill. Do you know what I mean? They've already done the work, the awkward thing.
And then your friend, but then what if your friend's like, oh no, you're not getting both of it.
That's who the fuck's gonna do that? Some stingy fuck. No,
I think you've kind of cracked it there immediately. Yeah. I think that
it's the barista's job.
Okay, but I guess. Yes, 100%, and we should definitely. I'm writing a tweet right now that's going to solve that, and that should be a PSA. 100%, that totally makes sense. But I guess not every barista's got that memo. So, is there anything that you can do if the barista doesn't have their shit figured out, for lack of a better term, in that situation?
Yeah, I guess you can maybe clear it up beforehand. Like, do you want me to get this or?
Yeah, I guess a lot of times you don't really want to be, because then I think that comes across as like the stingy route, where it's like, oh, you're getting caught up in the details of, you know, a fiver essentially.
Yeah. Oh man, I tell you what, I don't know if there is a real, but like an easy way to do it. I don't know.
I think you could do it playfully. I think it's fine to pay for both. But I think if it's a reoccurring
where
thing,
you're always paying for it,
I think you can be playful about it, and then when the barista asks that, you can sort of be like, oh no, it's their turn this time, huh? Like kind of.
Oh right, yeah.
And then you're making them feel awkward if they're like, no, we're paying separate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're putting it on them.
Oh, it's really difficult though.
Yeah,
it is. Those I do think it's the barista's job.
I think probably ultimately just get better friends would be my argument to that.
Yeah, maybe they're just a stingy person who needs to just like work out that they need to also pay for you sometimes. Yeah,
I guess you could drop little subtle hints on the way about how hard money has been recently. You know, sort of say like,
so let's just go and get a Starbucks right now.
Yeah, you know, I would, but like, yeah, bills and stuff are kicking my ass this month.
Could you?
No, don't necessarily have to ask.
Oh, it's all right. I'll
keep dropping it. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. You know, it's just like, oh, I've got so much to pay for this month. You know what I mean? Like,
I tell you what, this would solve it. Like we go to Nero, right? Cafe Nero.
Not sponsored.
It will be soon. Get an app for that coffee shop so that you individually benefit. Like, get that extra stamp.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Hey, you recommended me to get the.
Yeah. For that same reason. Sorry, I had to find out this way, man. No, but basically what that does, right? If you have an app which you scan and pay through the app, it means that you get rewarded. And if basically you can then both get rewarded when and then eventually get a free coffee. So get your friend to download an app, which means that you can then both get rewards. So it's like, oh no, I want to pay because I want to get my reward, and make it fun.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they'll be, oh, well, you get 2 stamps if you pay for both of ours.
And then you say, stop being a fucking stingy fuck.
You blow up.
There you go.
The way you spoke to me on Christmas Eve that night was awful.
Yeah, oh my God.
Everything comes to surface.
It all comes out.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cool.
That's been What a Bother.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in again on another week. And don't forget to write in the comments or send us an email with anything that's bothering you.
Yeah, bugging you. A housemate that's doing something that's fucking annoying, a parent that doesn't stop doing this, or like, just anything that's bugging you. Come on, we want juicy stuff.
We do.
Baby.
We'd love to roast you guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Thanks very much. Play us out, Maestro.
I'll play you out.
Cool. Nothing's playing the whole time.
All right. Peace.